What if you could have an AI assistant that doesn't just spit out answers when you ask, but actually does your work for you, handling real tasks behind the scenes while you do quite literally anything else? Yep, that future-looking dream is starting to arrive with Google's new Gemini Spark AI agent. But before we hand over our to-do list, let's get brutally honest about what it gets right and what it might cost us. Today, we're diving deep into exactly how Google's 24/7 AI agent, Gemini Spark, performs in the real world, and whether it's worth the privacy trade-offs and recurring cost. Because sometimes, tech that sounds like magic can have a catch. But before we get into that, if you're into practical tech deep dives and real-world reviews, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts or questions in the comments. We want to hear how you'd use AI agents, or why you wouldn't. So let's set the stage. Last week, Google gave select users, including journalists, early access to Gemini Spark. This isn't just another chatbot or virtual assistant. Instead, Spark is built to be an intelligent, ongoing helper. You give it tasks with multiple steps, and it quietly works in the background, freeing you up to put your phone down or actually enjoy a lunch break away from the computer. It's about recovering lost time. Think about it. Instead of answering your emails or scheduling appointments yourself, you just assign those jobs to Spark. It's not just about convenience. This is Google pushing for a change in how we work and interact with AI. They're promising Spark will only act under your direction, that it will always check in before making a big move, and that it's all opt-in. You control what it does, when it does it, and how far it goes. Accountability is key here. Okay, story time. Imagine you're planning a big family barbecue. You need to buy groceries, send invites, coordinate with friends, and pick the right playlist. It's a logistical nightmare for a busy Saturday. With Spark, you tell it the goal. Organize a barbecue next Saturday for 10 people. And it handles the chain. Looks up recipes, checks your calendar, drafts invites, and maybe even schedules grocery delivery. It's not just answering a question or generating ideas. It's actually moving things forward step by step. It acts as the connective tissue between your apps and your intentions. But how does it scale for the corporate world? Now let's take that same logic and apply it to a high-stakes board meeting. You have 20 stakeholders, 3 time zones, and a massive briefing document that needs to be distilled and distributed. Usually this is hours of administrative heavy lifting. With Gemini Spark, we can assign the entire workflow. It summarizes the document, cross-references calendars, finds the optimal 60-minute window, and drafts personalized pre-reads for every attendee. It's a mid-level manager's secret weapon. For business leaders, the ROI here isn't just about saving minutes, it's about shifting human capital towards strategy. If your team saves 10 hours a week on glue work, that's a massive gain in operational efficiency and organizational output. So, does it work? According to hands-on experience, Spark is shockingly good at following up on tasks in the background. Google's demos weren't just smoke and mirrors. This thing can really get things done without us micromanaging. It's like having a hyper-efficient digital intern who rarely needs us to check their work. It follows instructions with a level of persistence that standard LLMs simply haven't mastered yet. It stays on task until the job is done. But here's the real talk. Is that worth the price and the privacy trade-offs? Google isn't exactly a stranger to gathering data, and giving Spark access to your calendar, emails, and files raises some massive red flags. The AI needs access to your information to be useful. You have to trust that it won't overstep, misuse your data, or start doing things you didn't intend. It's the ultimate trade, convenience for transparency. That's why Google is so keen to reassure us. Throughout the Spark website, it's emphasized that we have the final word. You choose when and what the agent can access, and it stops short of making big decisions without your sign-off. In practical use, before Spark sends an email, schedules an appointment, or changes something substantial, it checks in with us first. So there's a layer of control and accountability, which is vital for enterprise trust. Of course, even with all these precautions, there's still the trade-off. We get the convenience, but Google gets more insight into how we live and work. For some, that's a deal breaker. For others, it's a productivity game changer. Think of busy parents, entrepreneurs, or anyone constantly juggling life's logistics. For these groups, the ability to offload complex, multi-step tasks is worth more than a little extra data sharing. It's about mental load reduction. Now let's talk about cost. Like so many new AI services, Spark likely won't be free forever, meaning we have to decide if recurring payments for an always-on digital assistant are worth it. It's another subscription in an already crowded market. Consider what you'd actually trust an AI to do for you. Are you comfortable letting it go through your emails or set appointments? Or would you rather have a lighter touch tool that just offers suggestions? The value really depends on your comfort level. And let's address expectations. Spark is not a miracle worker, at least not yet. It works best for well-defined workflows, organizing schedules, managing reminders, handling emails. Don't expect it to solve world hunger just yet. If you ask it to solve big creative problems, don't expect mind-blowing results. But when it comes to automating the boring, repetitive stuff that clogs your day, Spark delivers. It's about clearing the deck for the work that matters. One extra point we need to consider is the integration mode. Unlike standalone AI gadgets, Spark lives where your work already is, inside Google Workspace. This means it doesn't just see your data, it understands the context of your professional life. It knows that the email from Sarah about Project X is related to the spreadsheet you edited yesterday and the meeting you have tomorrow. That level of cross-app reasoning is what makes it a true agent, rather than just a smart search bar. Finally, let's look at the cost of waiting. In an AI-first economy, the organizations and individuals who learn to leverage agents early will have a massive competitive advantage. Delaying adoption because of privacy fears might actually be the bigger risk. We're moving toward an agentic web where your AI speaks to my AI to find a time for us to meet. If you're not on the platform, you're invisible to that automated economy. It's a fundamental shift in how business is conducted. To sum up, Gemini Spark's AI agent is genuinely impressive. It brings us one step closer to offloading digital chores and regaining more time. But even if the demos are being confirmed in the real world, there are very real questions about value. Beyond the individual, we have to look at how Spark impacts the entire organization. It's not just about one person saving time, it's about a company-wide shift in strategic resource allocation. When every middle manager has an agent, the bottlenecks of the past, waiting for status reports or manually syncing project trackers, simply evaporate. We're talking about a level of organizational agility that was previously impossible. We have to ask where Google might take this technology next. Is this just the start of a fully automated personal life? The implications for privacy, value, and work-life balance are enormous. We're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Imagine a firm that can pivot its entire strategy in a weekend because the administrative overhead of reorganizing meetings and redrafting briefs is handled by Spark. That's the competitive moat. It's the difference between moving at the speed of human bureaucracy and moving at the speed of light. It's not a luxury, it's a survival requirement. So, what do you think? Would you let an AI agent run your calendar and emails? Does the trade-off feel worth it? Let us know in the comments below. We're eager to hear your perspective on this shift. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want more of these honest tech breakdowns, not just industry hype. And if you're curious about how AI could level up your workflow or business, check the calendar link in the description to chat more. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want to keep this conversation going, check out the related video right over there. We guarantee you'll come away with some new, real-world ideas for AI in your life. See you in the next one.